If you're a coach, trainer, or online content creator trying to grow your business online, but despite all your best efforts, all that content creation and all those late nights, it still feels like you're not getting anywhere fast, then this video is for you. Because today I want to share the 3 biggest mistakes I see coaches make when they're trying to grow their businesses online, and even more importantly, what you can do about it, what you can do instead. I'm Mike Blissett, and I'm a coach, trainer, and speaker. I've been a content creator for over 22 years now, and I've been helping people just like you to show up with more confidence, make a bigger impact when they speak up online, and grow their coaching or training businesses online too. So let's jump in. Now, mistake number 1 is trying to be everywhere all at once. And this is probably one of the most common mistakes, or the biggest mistakes I see coaches, especially early on in their career, make, trying to be everywhere all at once. You know what I mean? Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. You post here, share a story there, upload a reel, write a blog, and it all takes time. And still, you don't see much happening, because the truth is you're doing too much. You're spreading yourself just a little bit too thin. And believe me, I've been there too. There are never enough hours in any day, in anybody's day, to do all of that. So there was a time when I was trying to upload multiple videos to YouTube each week. I was trying to keep up with Facebook, post something on LinkedIn, show up on LinkedIn. You know what I'm talking about here. All before I was even clear about who I was as a coach and the kind of business I wanted to build, the difference I wanted to make too. It was exhausting. And even worse than that, doing all that work wasn't actually getting me any results at all. It just felt like a vicious cycle, almost like I'd swapped one hamster wheel, the one I'd stepped away from in my previous day job, and just created a new one with my own business there as well. So I guess what I'm trying to share with you here is what I did instead, or what was the fix? Well, first off, I took a break. I took a break from posting and just began to breathe again, and really took a few moments, actually a few months, to decide who I was and who I wanted to show up as a coach, so I could be more authentic and more real as me when I showed up online. So if this sounds a little familiar to you, I'd encourage you just to do something similar. Take a moment, step back, breathe, and pick 1 or 2 of those platforms where you feel most comfortable, most authentic, and where your clients might be, and show up there. In essence, I'm suggesting you go deep instead of wide. Learn 1 or 2 platforms at a time, and just take that time to build your voice, make real connections instead of, I guess, relentlessly posting what you feel you have to, because you see everybody's doing that as well. And finally, as a coach, trainer, or content creator, remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Okay, mistake number 2, posting without connection. Now, I know I mentioned that word connection just a few moments ago, and why do I think connection is such an issue, why it can be a big problem? And it's because of this. It takes so much time and effort to create regular, meaningful, valuable content, to then know that it's not actually going to connect or land for anybody, and nobody's going to read it, nobody's going to respond to it, and it's not going to produce anything, is difficult. It's demoralizing. Eventually, that will have a negative impact on how you create and continue to create content. And as a business owner, as a coach, a trainer, a speaker, or whatever it is you do online in your business, you have to create content. So to be in a good place, in a positive place, knowing that you have that real connection is so incredibly valuable. Just to illustrate this, I want to tell you about a client I've worked with recently. I'm not going to share her name or where she's from, just to protect who she is or her identity. So for this example, let's call her Susan. Now, Susan is an amazing coach. See, she's a fountain of knowledge and wisdom, and she was posting every day, everywhere, and still she just wasn't getting the engagement and the leads that she wanted. So when we looked closer at what she was doing, I noticed that she was sharing lots of what I call useful stuff, and she was missing out who she really was, her human connection or authenticity, her character. So as we worked together, I encouraged her to start showing up as who she really is, sharing some of her stories, maybe some challenges she was working with or had overcome in the past, something human. And as she did that, she found that she started to connect with the people she wanted to connect with. And eventually, the upshot is that her inbox, email inbox, started to ping. People started reaching out saying, can we work together? And I think the reason that happened is because Susan started to make that real human connection. And so when people were looking for a resource, were somebody looking for a coach or a creator or whatever resource, for Susan it was a coach, it wasn't just that they'd found a coach. They thought, they felt, they just knew that they'd found the right one. And that's what I mean about creating a real human connection. So when you do work with somebody, you know immediately you're a good fit because they've already profiled you. They already know that they have this kind of relationship with you, even maybe before you've had that first conversation, because in their world, they've already got to know you. Onwards, mistake number 3, and it's this. Going all alone. I know. I've said this a lot of times before, but trying to do it all by yourself, even though you probably already know that old phrase, nobody ever made it alone. I get it. I do. There's a lot of free content out there. YouTube, podcasts, blogs, socials, PDFs, online courses. There's so many free resources. But here's the truth. You can't YouTube your way to confidence. Ditto, whichever platform or combination of platforms you might be using, you can't platform your way to feeling more confident either. Most coaches and trainers and content creators don't need more information. They already have the expertise to do what they do. What they perhaps need even more than that at this point in their journey is implementation, is guidance, is support. And I see it all the time. Talented, passionate people who are spinning just too many wheels, too many plates, second guessing themselves and trying to figure it all out on their own. And it keeps them stuck. There's a lot going on there. It's just too difficult by yourself. So let me ask you, is this where you are right now? Trying to piece it all together and doing everything by yourself and hoping that somehow everything's going to click. And if that's you, I'm guessing you are also asking me, but what's the fix? And it's this. I'd suggest a clear roadmap, accountability, and a place to ask questions and a community that gets you, that's in your corner, that's non-judgmental, that supports you. In my experience, after over 22 years in business, having a community, a group of people that I know are there for me, have often been the times when I've seen the biggest growth, the biggest breakthroughs happen in my business. The truth is, I never made it alone too. And actually, that's exactly what I've been working on a little bit behind the scenes for some time now too. So next week, I'm going to be sharing how I'm opening up a pre-launch for my brand new group coaching program to help you with just that, to support, to be there, to be in your corner, have that group of people, that non-judgmental space for you to grow too. I'll be sharing more about it in next week's video, but I just wanted to give you a quick heads up so you know that it's coming now too. So if today's video has struck a chord with you and you've been looking for a way to show up more powerfully, get more visible, and finally make the impact you know you can, whilst also drawing on the support and insights of others, which is what the program is about, then this could be for you. So as I say, keep your eyes peeled, keep your eye in the inbox, and look out for next week's pre-launch. And before we wrap up this week's video, I just want to quickly recap the 3 mistakes that I've been talking about. Number 1 was trying to be everywhere all at once. Number 2 was hiding the true, authentic you behind those super helpful posts. I'm recognizing myself here. And number 3, trying to go it all alone when knowing being part of something bigger than who you are on your journey will just make it a little less lonely and probably a whole lot more helpful and enjoyable too. So let me know in the comments box which of these 3 mistakes resonated most with you. If any of them did, maybe they didn't, or maybe you don't make any of them, or maybe you're making all 3. And if you are, that's okay. But just let me know and give me some ideas there in that chat box. As always, I'll drop a link in the description box. If you haven't yet signed up for my free training resource, 5 weird ways to begin your presentation and make a great first impression, it's still there. If you haven't grabbed it yet, go ahead, do it. The link's just down there in the description box. Remember to smash the like button, and also if you want to be the first to hear about my new group program and also future content, please remember to hit the subscribe and also bell icons on your toolbar there as well, and so you don't miss out that, and also get future videos when I make them as well. As always, I want to thank you for watching, for being here, for giving me your time. It makes such a difference, and I appreciate that all over the place. Thank you so much. Until next time, take care.